it is time for segment 2, and it is time to talk about my top 20 favorite Royal Rumble matches. It's about that time. Okay. Now, I had to specifically write that because I mentioned to a friend of mine earlier, I said, I'm thinking of some of my favorite Royal Rumble matches. And he went, oh, 2001 is my favorite. I said, time out. Not the Rumble matches, but matches that took place at the Rumble. And I could see his brain fart. I went, God damn it. Any of the 30-man Rumble, I was like, okay. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about here. Now, we're not going to do it all today. We're going to do a little each time, just like we did for SummerSlam. We're going to do about 5 a week. Now, SummerSlam, I had to kind of rush through some of it because I had gotten behind on time, but we're on time right now, so we're only going to do the 5. I don't think Dave got a chance to. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you got a chance to watch all of these.
It came in. Not to say that they came in a little bit later, but I saw like 1 or 2, and then I saw the Cena one. And then got caught up, got a little bit into Punk Dolph, and then it just kind of like, well, I just
yeah. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We're at the bottom of the barrel anyway here. You've got stuff going on with your birthday deal. I'm packing up. You're all right there, buddy.
Oh, damn, I'm struggling, dude. All right.
So we're just going to go through this. We're not going to be here all day because it's the bottom 5 here. But still, some of my favorites, and I'm going to share with you guys here. First and foremost, I have to show off a little bit. Actually, a couple on this list, not on this 5 here. A couple on this list are basically childhood shit. But the first one off the list here, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, Royal Rumble of '93. You didn't get a chance to see this one. I do suggest at some point between now and next week, just take a look. It's a hot-ass match. I linked all the matches. So just take a look when you get a chance. It's dope shit. The reason why this is on this list at all is because it's not one of those matches where people go, oh, shit, I remember that. You had to be there to see it. But why it's one of my favorites is because when I was young, watching wrestling, it was always, I'm from the Northeast. I'm from New York. We lived in Connecticut. I'm a Northeast guy. WWF is what I grew up on. I didn't get a chance to see Mid-South. I didn't get a chance to see Florida. I didn't get a chance to see Memphis. Not yet. As I got older, I did. But during the time in my childhood, WWF's all I had. And WWF had King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan, The Ultimate Warrior, The Macho Man. That's the stuff I grew up with. And then along comes these 2 just uppity white kids. They can't dance for shit, but baby, they are trying. They're going out there and they're trying to get over. And they had such a fast-paced style. You just didn't see it a lot. And along with them came the British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation. It became a golden era, no pun intended, for that era, of great tag teams and great talent. And this particular tag team, the Rockers, was one of my favorites of all time. As a matter of fact, I did a tag team many episodes ago, somewhere in the early hundreds. Me and Chris Cage got on here and we did our favorite tag teams of all time. We had our list. The Rockers were very much on my list. And before there was the Hardys, there was the Rockers here in the WWE. And so when they broke up, the barbershop episode, it broke my little AJ heart. I couldn't believe that dastardly Shawn Michaels. Although I did get the greatest commentary call of all time by Bobby the Brain Heenan. When they had I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember seeing it. I know you don't remember the call. No one does. Whenever I say it, people always laugh their ass off. Shawn Michaels and Jannetty were having friction, and they went on the barbershop show. I forgot what it was called. It was hosted by Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who, by the way, still owes me like $20. So when I see him, or if you guys check him out, let him know he owes me $20. But he was hosting this talk show and trying to get them to talk it out and trying to get them to hash this problem out. And Shawn basically just, I want to do my own thing. I want to be my own guy. I don't want to be tied to anybody. And Marty's like, we got a great thing going here. We're going to be the tag team champions. And it's going to be a whole ordeal. And they brought out the WWF magazine. Look at this, the Rockers. And Shawn was just like, you know what? All right, you got a point. You got a point. All right, you know what? Maybe we should give this a try. Let's really commit to it. And they said, all right, the Rockers, to stay together. And they raised each other's arms and all that stuff. And then they all looked at the crowd. And when Marty turned around, bam, super kick. The first of many super kick betrayals. And he takes, before the super kick, Bobby is pissed off on commentary because Bobby's the heel. And he's like, come on, Shawn, you don't need Marty Jannetty. You could do it on your own. Don't listen to him. And then they raise their arms up and Bobby goes, oh, this is baloney. Don't do that. And then he kicks Marty Jannetty. And he's like, oh, I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. And then Shawn grabs Marty by the back of the head, pulls him up to his feet, and then throws him through a plate glass window. He goes through a window, glass, and he goes, falls over it. And while Shawn's throwing him through the glass and he turns around and he celebrates, Bobby the Brain Heenan goes, look at Marty Jannetty. He was trying to escape from Shawn Michaels. He's afraid of him. That was brilliantly timed. He threw him right through a window of the whole shebang. So they had a few matches after that, obviously, because Marty wants to get his revenge. And this was at the Rumble, and this is one of their better matches. When you watch that Rumble as a whole, if you watch that show as a whole, it's a lot of old school wrestling. And then these two went out there and just fucking electrified. They were great as a tag team. As opponents, they were fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. So it's a, for those of you out there who have not seen some of the older stuff from Shawn Michaels, take a look. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. A number 19, Kurt Angle and Triple H from 2001's Rumble. If I could suggest one Rumble show as a whole to sit through from beginning to end, this is one of them.
What's your favorite Rumble?
It's not my favorite Rumble ever, but it's definitely one of the, as a whole, it's definitely one of the best ones ever. And it does have my favorite Rumble match of all time. This Rumble to this day, I feel like isn't matched. It's got Austin, Rock, Taker. I mean, you just down the line, it just has the best of the best of the best. They're all on this goddamn show. And this particular match stands out because this was kind of the end of the Triple H Kurt Angle feud program, which led to concussions and broken bones and Steph getting sexually assaulted and all kinds of weird shit going on. And it culminated here to this Royal Rumble match, Triple H versus Kurt Angle. And it was a doozy. It was a doozy. Kurt Angle and Triple H were money anytime they ever wrestled. But this particular one was pretty good. And you guys got to check this one out. Number 18 on the list, Edge and Shawn Michaels, 2005. This one is on this list. Again, obviously, favorite, right? It's one of my favorites. But to me, this was the coming out party. To me, this was Edge making his push into the main event scene. Just before this, he went on this crazy run as a babyface and then got the injury. And then when he came back from the injury, they kept him as a babyface, but the crowd they weren't into it. Mm-hmm. And so he made a plea, like he begged, it's like, you got to turn me this. No, I can't do this shit as a baby right now because they're all over me. So this is kind of like, this program with Shawn Michaels was that kind of fuel to him finally becoming a heel and working from the other side. And I advise anyone in the industry right now who's just now learning how to work as a heel, this match, and there's another match coming up later on the list, this is a must watch. This is how you work as a heel with a strong baby face. This right here, this is that match right there. Classic. You're going to see Edge's name a lot on this Royal Rumble list. I did not realize he had so many bangers at the Royal Rumble until I started making this list, and I went, Edge again, Edge again, Edge again. Holy fuck. So it's happening more and more, and this is one of those classics. This is study material right here, pointing to it. Edge and Shawn Michaels. Not just as a heel for Edge, Pay attention to Shawn Michaels' babyface work here too. This is 2005 Shawn. This is when he was cooking. This is the Rumble before Edge and Mick Foley had that. Is it the one before? No, that was 06. 05 was 21. So this is Edge starting off as a heel just before he wins Money in the Bank for the first time, the very first Money in the Bank. And this is the Shawn Michaels before Shawn Michaels and Kurt at WrestleMania. So this is the precursor to that. So everyone is familiar with what happened when they got hot. This is the match that got them hot. You got to check it out. So this one here, number 17, you mentioned it. CM Punk versus Dolph Ziggler, 2012. This match is on my list because this is, of all 20, this is the most petty match on the entire goddamn list. This match is petty. Two individuals that the office does not like, but can't ignore because they're so fucking talented. They just decided to go to the ring at the Royal Rumble and fucking just go off.
Go for it.
We're going to ball out tonight. It's for the WWE Championship. It's the big title. It's not the main event because they gave it to the Royal Rumble match, but it might as well be because we about to blow it off. We about to blow the roof off this joint. Did you get to see any of this match?
Very minimal. I didn't.
Very minimal. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. This is two young guys with a lot to fucking prove with the world title on the line, and if you thought Ziggler was an overseller in the past, this right here, this is the showcase right here. They went off. Now to top off our final match for the 20 to 16 range here, I went with the man himself, John Cena versus Umaga, or as Will Rodriguez would say, Umanga. Umanga.
Did he really say that?
He did. He
like unironically, like he just couldn't say it right.
I always got the impression he said it once by accident, and they loved it so much he just kept saying it. Just like when he called Hunter Triple H.
Oh boy!
Like he said an H sound when he did H. It was weird.
Yeah.
John Cena versus Umaga, last man standing match. This was the match that put Umaga on the goddamn map as a performer, made him a main event player. This was the match where John was able to turn the tide on the "you suck" stuff. You know, for a while it was always, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. This match did not stop that from happening, but that was the one night where the let's go Cena people looked at the "you sucks" and went, mm-hmm.
Is it because of Umaga's work? Like, did they just not like Umaga that much that they were on?
Because John was put in a perfect position for him. As weird as it sounds out loud, if you look back at John's career, and I've seen almost every match on television he's ever had, despite his look and despite his appeal, John's greatest strength is fighting from underneath. John's better when he's wrestling someone who
that's his whole shtick, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but normally he's not the small guy in the ring. He's a big guy. So very rarely does he get the sympathy from the audience. It's either a straight up fight or he dominates. When he dominates, they hate him because he dominates everybody. When it's an even fight, less of a problem, but still same old, same old. When he fights from underneath is when shit changes. Umaga was a safe worker, but an aggressive worker. He could pretend fuck you up, and if you don't sell, he could really fuck you up.
Your life was in his hands, basically.
Basically, your life is in his hands. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and if you play nice, he won't touch you. If you don't play nice, he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
he's gonna fuck you up. That's that whole family. That's the whole family. That's the Samoan way.
As it should be.
I will work with you all.
I'll co-sign it.
But as soon as you start slagging ass, or as soon as you start doing bullshit, or as soon as you start trying to take liberties, he's a Samoan. I can hit him. Relax. Let's work.
You can, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. Samoans love getting hit. I've hit a few Samoans in my lifetime. I've even hit a few Anawahi family members.
Consensually, of course.
Yes. They love to get hit, but they love to get hit in an atmosphere where it's friendly fire. Meaning when they're in there with their friends, like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. When Seth Rollins did that stubble stomp, where he just put both of his feet disrespectfully in the back of Roman's head and just put that shit into the floor for no goddamn reason, he got a pass because that's his friend. If Chad Gable would have said, fuck you, Roman would have put his foot in his eye socket. It's not the same. You got to earn that from the Samoans. So this was one of those matches where Umaga was able to go out there and be rough. And John being John, he just took it. But he fought back. And that's where he shines the most. And that's what happens here. Earlier, I said, watch Shawn Michaels for his babyface work. Watch this one for babyface fire. For that comeback, for that get the crowd into it, work the crowd kind of shit. This is the match of that. Because whether you like John or you don't, unless you're my wife, who there's nothing that can change her mind whatsoever.
Nothing.
If you were
he could save her life,
yeah,
she'd spit in his face.
Yeah. If my wife was on the Titanic when it was sinking and she fell into the water and an empty lifeboat was floating her way and the person steering it was him, she'd go under the water and just let the bubbles
with her middle finger going under last.
And they would make the sonic sounds. And she would just get that's it. The most anxiety-inducing sound in video game history.
All of life. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So those are my 5 between 2019, 18, 17, and 16. This is not just a list of me sharing my emotions with these matches. Homework. Check out these matches. And remember Ray J's rule of thumb. It's X2, maybe X3, depending on how far behind, which means double your time. Okay, for every minute that you're watching footage, you double it. All right, if this match was 30 minutes, you got to spend at least an hour watching this match. I mean, break it down. Look at where this person is. Look where this person is. Look how they got there. Why they're there. Why did he take a bump and wind up in the corner just so Umaga can hit him with his hip check? All that stuff. Placement. Where he is, where he's supposed to be, how well they're communicating. Okay, don't look at John Cena's match for communication. That's the wrong one. Go back to the Edge and Shawn Michaels one for the communication. And for the record, I'm saying don't look at John's because you can plainly see it. John never hit his shit. I defy. Go to Edge and Shawn Michaels' match and tell me where you saw them talking.
I'll tell you what, you say that, and I just kind of distinctively remember when I was watching the Cena Umaga, the thing that popped into my head was like his movement was clean. Like the way
for a big man.
Thank you. For as big as he was, he bumped different. He fell different. His placement, like where he stood, the stairs when Cena do the stairs over the top, the way he took the hit, the way he bumped, like he for a big guy, I guess what I'm trying to say is like he wasn't very doofy or very like he moved nice with grace, I guess. I don't know the best way to say it, but like if you go back and watch this and you watch other big guys move, he just moved differently. He just moved differently and he made the match like a lot enjoyable to watch.
If you watch the Samoans wrestle, Yokozuna, Umaga, you can see it now with Roman and the Usos. But Roman and Usos are more athletic. If you look at or athletic looking, right? If you look at the Samoans that were big, I said Rikishi, but like Haku and the Barbarian guys who had like size to them, their greatest skill set was their footwork. The footwork is what saved them because the footwork, being in the right place, exploding when you needed to explode, keeping your weight balanced, that's what saved them from so many injuries. They all got hurt eventually. They're too big to not, but it saved their careers for the most part. Yokozuna was a WWE champion.
I'm glad you said that. I think you just helped me realize what it was. They're not top heavy.
No, the center of gravity, those hips and
Yes,
that ass. Yeah.
and usually people that big are a little top heavy. So when you
Mhm.
said that, I'm like, you know what, that makes sense. They're a little bit more evened out, and like you said, their center of gravity is trained, so they don't look sloppy when they move. I don't
Right.
know. It's hard to explain, but it's something that
You're,
if you go back and watch it, it'll stand out to you very, very, very
if
clearly.
if you're a big man in the industry right now, if you watch a Yokozuna match, watch Yokozuna wrestle enhancement talent, and you'll see strong big man work. Yokozuna will Irish whip, take bumps, give you bumps, and never leave the middle of that ring once. He will explode. He'll give you the Irish whip, and he'll stand there and wait for you to come to him, which I don't normally advise, but for him it worked. And he would be able to work a
Well,
whole
as a big
match.
guy, you want to save steps too. So if you can make it look
Yeah,
good,
yeah. He'll maybe take a step back. He'll take a step into something, but you're never going to see Yokozuna run around the
yeah,
ring.
chasing
But
after you, yeah.
right, but when he does, it's perfectly balanced, perfectly timed. Yokozuna used to have a splash in the corner, but like you said, they're not top heavy; they're midsection heavy. So a splash in the corner from Yokozuna feels the same as if I gave it to you because
Mm-hmm.
it's similar size. But that bonsai drop, nah, man, that's a different ball game now because
Mm-hmm.
all that mass is coming at you, and it's the same rules that apply that I said for Umaga. If you were enhancement talent, a jobber, and you come to the WWF, they bring you in. Say, listen, we need a job from you. That's it. 6 or 7 minutes. He's gonna bump you around. You know, the bell will ring, clothesline, Samoan drop. He'll work the crowd for the most part. You won't take that many bumps, but the bumps you're gonna take are pretty serious, right? So it's gonna be the clothesline. It's gonna be a hip check. He's gonna bring you in the corner. He's gonna give you a corner splash. At some point, when you come out from the corner splash, he's gonna give you a short arm. He'll set you up for the bonsai drop. After the bonsai drop, he's going to stay on you, sit it like this, 1, 2, 3. That'll be and that's the finish. And that's it. That'll take 6, 7 minutes. No big deal. Now, if you're the enhancement talent and the agent told you this is what's going to happen, and you walked over to Yokozuna in the locker and you said, "How you doing, sir? Thank you very much for the opportunity. It'll just be respectful, be nice. Thank you so much. Hey, if there's anything you need me to do, da da da," and then go about your business. When you got in the ring and he dropped the bonsai, you don't even feel it. If that same scenario happens and you talk to the agent and you're the enhancement guy and you go, okay, no problem, and then you just fucking disappear, or you walking around like you own the place, or you got a bad attitude, he'll shake your hand. All right, brother, I see you out there, and you're gonna feel every goddamn ounce of that motherfucking bonsai drop, all of it. And he kind of probably eat a bucket of chicken before he does it.
Put a little more extra pounds on there.
He's gonna put some seasoning on that bitch. No, not extra pounds. He's gonna have a little something extra come out of him when he hits that goddamn bonsai drop. And I am not joking about that. That is a real story. Or he's like, "Oh, this guy's an asshole. Cool. Real quick, go get me some burgers from downstairs.
Give me some cheese. Give me a big ass block of cheese.
We got a White Castle nearby. That'll help. That'll be faster. Get a few sliders in.
Oh yeah.
Nice greasy receipt for this motherfucker."